Hi everybody, Sam Nazari, Head of Solutions Engineering for Sentient Ascend. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about how AI can have a massive impact on the travel industry. We work with a lot of OTAs that are trying to squeeze every drop of value through their existing booking funnels using A/B testing methodologies, but that's not an easy task. The industry standard is that 1 out of 7 A/B tests is actually successful, so it's not surprising that OTAs have become disillusioned or discouraged using A/B testing methodologies because it's too resource intensive and time intensive. So to increase your win rate, we've heard A/B testing leaders recommend running more tests more often. And to be able to do that in their eyes, they recommend hiring more contractors, hiring more resources, buying more traffic, all of which is resource intensive, time intensive, and very expensive. Today I want to talk to you about how AI can solve these problems and can have a massive impact on your testing and bottom line without needing to add additional resources. Sentient Ascend is the first conversion rate optimization solution powered by artificial intelligence, which enables you to test a lot more ideas much faster across your entire funnel and find the highest performing designs out of potentially hundreds of thousands of ideas. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the work that we've done with our OTA clients, specifically the variations that they've tested that the AI has found to have the most impact on conversion rate, and I'm also going to show you how to set up your own test. So let's dive into the platform and show you how to set up your own test. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a new experiment. So the steps to creating the new experiment, for example, is giving the name of the experiment, so full funnel test 1. The description is 2-page booking funnel test. I've already set up an audience filter to include desktop users. I'm also including tablet users as well. And then here where it says enter landing page, I'm just going to put the path to the first page in the funnel, so the route path. So let's go ahead and save this. Awesome. So we have our first experiment here, and we'll dive into setting up the funnel. So what you're looking at now is the funnel view. So this is where you set up the pages in the funnel that you want to test and then define your conversion goal. So I'll add another page in the funnel that shows our results. So I'll add results.html, and I just want to exactly match on results.html here. Activation mode, I want the variation to be triggered as soon as the page loads. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and now I have the 2 pages in the funnel that I want to test. And I'm going to add my conversion goal. So what I'm going to be optimizing for in this particular experiment is users getting to the confirmation page after they've completed their booking. The way that I define that conversion goal is by user loading the confirmation page. So I'm going to go ahead and provide the path to that page here. Great. So I'll go ahead and save that. So the next step is either setting up your ideas, or I can go ahead and actually deploy my JavaScript snippet in the head of the pages that I want to test. So I'll go here, I'll copy my JavaScript snippet, and I'm going to put that on the home page and on the results page and on my conversion goal page. So I'll put that in the head as high up as possible, and then go ahead and finish setting up my test. So let's start with the first page in the funnel. Here we have a wireframe editor, and a lot of A/B testing users are very familiar with starting with the wireframe editor to add in their ideas. What's different about setting up an AI Ascend test versus traditional A/B test is instead of thinking about the variations that you're creating to test against control, think about the elements that you want to test and then coming up with ideas for each of those elements to include into the experiment. One of our clients found that reducing the number of options in a drop-down to filter flight results increased their overall conversion rate of their site. Another one of our clients found that making the navigation bar sticky as the user scrolls down the page and is prominent also increased their conversion rate. So I'll start here. It's very straightforward. I'll add my call to action. So my search flight CTA. That is the right selector. Now I've defined my element, and now under our standard actions, I'm going to tell the system what exactly I want to change about this element. There's several options here, from very quick and easy changes to make to ones where I actually want to modify the code. I'm going to select only a couple options. For example, changing the text size to increase the prominence of the text. Let's test the text content. Let's also do the background color of that call to action. I'll go ahead and save that here. And now that I've added the actions that I want to test, I'm going to go ahead and create values for each of these actions. So the default value here is 18 pixel font. I'm going to test 20, 24, and 28. Great, and I can see that previewed in the editor. Let's test a few different background color changes here. I'll test red, which has worked really well, and also test green. And I heard one of our clients also mention that purple worked well for them, so I'll go ahead and put that in here as well. I can preview those in the editor, and as part of the QA process, I can actually preview these directly in the editor. We'll also show you how to do that in our preview functionality as well. I'm going to come up with a few different text changes. So for example, search flights now. Great. Search now. And I'll add one more. Book flight. Preview these. Awesome. Different colors. And now I can preview those in the editor here and go through all the possible combinations, or I can just go ahead and click preview. And then once I've added the snippet, this will actually cycle through all of those possible combinations. Great, so now I've added several variations. Let's go back to the home screen. You can see that I've added one element, 10 values, 80 possible combinations. I'm going to add a couple of more elements to test so I can increase that search space and potentially find an even better performing design than if I just tested one element. Another one of our clients that specializes in hotel bookings in the UK found that placing the review sections above the fold increased their conversion rate. So one of the other changes I'm going to make is the headline here. So I'm going to try a couple of different variations. Just add my element name as H2. And then I'm going to make some text content changes. Let's make the font size a little bit smaller. And I might even try a text color change here. Test a couple of variations for the text color. Let's just go ahead and try black here. Let's reduce the font size here. Let's try 50 and 54 here. Let's try limited offer, act now. Awesome. So I can see how that looks. And now I'm going to check my total possible combinations. I'm testing 2 elements, 14 values, almost 1,000 combinations here. And I can go and add more variations, not only on this page, but on the second page in the funnel as well. And that's going to drastically increase the search space. But the good news is, if you have the traffic to support it, the more traffic and conversion events that you have, the more that you can test. Great, so now I've set up my test. I've added in all my ideas. I've configured the landing page. I've set up the goal. The next step is to calibrate control. So what calibrate control does is it allows the system to start collecting data on how many unique visitors are coming through the funnel and then how many conversion events the system sees through the funnel. This step in the process allows you to determine if you set up the test correctly. For example, the funnel pages and the URL targeting on the pages that you want to match on has been set up correctly, as well as your conversion goal. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this. Control is deployed. I'm going to let this run for about 24 to 48 hours, and then I'm going to check our Insights tab to see how many users have come through and how many conversion events I've seen. And once I've done that, then I can go ahead and start the experiment. So I'm going to go here and click override and start now. Get about 100,000 uniques as an example to this site. My overall conversion rate is 3%, so I'll put that in decimal format here, and I will go ahead and launch my experiment. Awesome. My experiment's live, and now I can head over to Insights and start to see those unique visitors come into the system. Thanks for watching. For more information, check out ascend.ai, and see you next time.